More to endure then for Gaza's brutalized civilians. Any lingering hope that a ceasefire would hold, snatched away in the night, along with the lives of innocents. Ahmed Shaban cradles his dead nephew, the baby killed in the Israeli strikes along with his parents. Why did you kill him, Mr. Netanyahu? His grandfather asks. If it was one of their children, there would be an international outcry. Israel says it was targeting Hamas members and infrastructure, blaming the militant group for refusing Israeli demands for changes to the original ceasefire framework agreed in January. Hamas says Israel has changed the goalposts. Israel says the rules of the game itself have changed, and with Washington's blessing. From this point forward, Israel will act against Hamas with increasing military intensity, says Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. This is just the beginning. Netanyahu's critics accuse him of prolonging the war in a bid to stay in power by keeping hardline coalition partners who want the war to continue on side. For the friends and family of the remaining Israeli hostages held in Gaza, the collapse of the truce has brought more anguish and anger. Here, huge protests against the Netanyahu government on the streets of Tel Aviv.
They're trying to prolong their grasp of the reins over Israel now, destroy all of its democratic foundation, and move away from the hostages.
In Gaza, memories of the short-lived truce will soon be replaced by new struggles to survive. Israel began blocking critical humanitarian aid from entering the Strip 2 weeks ago. And now, Palestinians are on the move again, after the Israeli military issued new evacuation orders, warning of more strikes to come.
Health officials are now saying that this has been one of the deadliest single days of the war in Gaza, with more than 400 Palestinians killed and hundreds more injured.
Margaret, Israel informed the White House of the plan ahead of time. Does that indicate Washington's support of these airstrikes?
That's right. That's pretty strong support, it would seem. Heather, the U.S. ambassador to the UN Security Council today said that Hamas was solely responsible for the resumption of hostilities. And if you'll remember, back in February, Donald Trump actually called for the release of all Israeli hostages at once, as opposed to in phases, as originally agreed. And he pledged that all hell would break loose if they weren't.
Margaret, thank you very much. Margaret Evans in London.